you should consider buying yourself a used pickup truck in 2025 instead of you buying brand new. You want to save yourself thousands, guys. I'm about to explain to you guys exactly why you want to do so right now. Guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to another video, guys. If you are thinking about it or planning on it or going to do it, do not do it. Don't buy yourself a new pickup truck in 2025. There's a lot of reasons to that. I'm going to be sharing with you guys that reasons in this video today. So I appreciate you on taking your time out. Clicking on this video definitely means a lot. While you're on the channel right now, do me a favor. If you are a Mopar guy, car guy, or you into cars and trucks, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button if you haven't already. I would definitely appreciate it. Now, let's get into the video of why you shouldn't buy yourself a used pickup truck in 2025, guys. I'm going to be giving you guys 4 reasons. 4 reasons. You guys want to hear that? I'm telling you guys, you definitely want to be able to hear. One thing you got to understand. Like, this is like on the finance side, right? If you are planning on buying yourself a new pickup truck in 2025, right now, this year, before this year ends, you're thinking about it in the next couple of days, weeks or so, right? First reason is they have extreme depreciation, dog. I'm telling you, you're going to lose a lot of money from the minute you take that vehicle off the lot. You're going to lose a lot of money. Like, new trucks lose a massive chunk of value, like pretty much right away. And once you drive off that lot, pretty much that value of that truck, whatever you pay for it, it's going to be going downhill. And in the first few years, that's when you really start to see like that real, like whatever you pay up here. Let's say you pay $70,000, right? In the first like few years, that 70 grand is not going to be going up. Instead of it going up, it's going to be going down. Meaning that your big investment that you spent, if you see it as an investment, is going to shrink pretty fast. So you want to consider yourself, you want to think twice. If you plan on doing that, think twice about that. Second reason, very, very high cost. This is why most people now cannot afford new trucks. Unless you got a business, then yes, but personal use, nobody is going to, no regular person who working a 9 to 5 or hard worker, 9 to 5 person who is not like middle class is not just gonna have that $70,000, $80,000 laying around to go buy a brand new pickup truck like that. I'm telling you guys, like, the price for these trucks are super high, very, very hefty tax, skyrocketing insurance premium, sometimes double in the last recent year. Your insurance and stuff double and stuff like that due to inflation, all that stuff, COVID things. Make new trucks like real, like the way I see it, it makes like the newer trucks like a financial burden on people. Like, that's how I pretty much make it. It's like, that's like you creating like a huge problem for yourself. So you want to make sure you think twice, guys, before you do so. Third reason, guys, many cannot afford newer trucks, guys. Like, you got to understand. And like, that's like from how, inflation is going up, all this stuff happening, pretty much that led to like an increase in repossession, high monthly payment over like $1,000 a note. These are all facts. If you guys don't believe me, look it up yourself. $1,000. I believe that is because these trucks are like $70,000, $80,000. These are not just like, they don't have, it's not like back then where you can have yourself a actual pickup truck that's actually gonna do what is, like, you get it for what is meant for, work, and that's it. Now, like, luxury, looks, and I'll say a little bit of you using it for work and stuff like that. The two main things is the luxury and the looks. That's what really got these truck prices jacked the F out. They're not really like as reliable as they were back then. So you guys want to think twice about that. Make sure before you get into that, you want to definitely think twice, man. Fourth reason, if you are planning on financing, you're going to have a very, very, even if you have a decent credit, steep interest rate. While, like, don't get me wrong, new cars and stuff rate are often like lower than used sometimes, the overall high rate still inflate costs like crazy. I'm telling you guys, man, like, you still want to make sure you keep that in mind if you are thinking about buying yourself a pickup truck, brand new pickup trucks. So I'm gonna go back over my list for you guys. First reason was extreme depreciation. Second reason, high costs. Third reason, not too many people can afford these trucks and stuff like that, causing people to go into like repossessions and things like that. So fourth reason is going to be steep interest rate. So just so you guys, that's like on the finance side. It's like the finance side to think about. If you plan on buying yourself a new truck, you want to make sure you think twice and you got it like that. That's all I could tell you guys. Now, the advantage of you buying used in 2025. So this is the good side. If you're buying a used pickup truck, now listen up. That's the route I went. I've owned this truck for about 2 years now. I always went that route. I haven't bought a brand new truck at all in my life. Maybe one day when I'm in a position to, I'm not saying it's a bad thing for you to buy brand new, but if you're in a position to, go for it. You know, you can afford it. Why not? First reason, smarter value. Somebody already take a huge depreciation hit on this truck when I got it. You know, whoever bought it brand new, leaving me with like a slower value loss and stuff like that. More for my money, pretty much. So if you guys think about it, I did not buy this truck brand new. Whoever bought it first brand new, they lost more money than I am pretty much right now. Second reason is lower total cost, lower purchase price, cheaper insurance, tax, registration, fees and stuff lead to like a smaller monthly payment. If you guys know, if you plan on buying used, you're not going to be paying, your monthly not going to be crazy high and stuff like that. Third reason is proven reliability. I know most people might not agree with this one. You can research your model year for known issues, recall, long-term performance, avoiding models with problems, things like that. More features and stuff like that. Believe it or not, this is my next one. This is the fourth one. A 2 to 3 year old used truck can offer like premium features and stuff. You have more option like V8 techs compared to like a base model new truck. You know, you have more options and stuff. So you have more features and stuff. So that's my third reason. Fourth reason is certified pre-owned options. Offer warranty inspections, bridging a gap between new and used trucks. So that's one thing with this truck. When I got this truck brand new, used, I did have warranty on it, and I could definitely say it definitely saved me in the long run, because you guys know what happened. I had to get the torque converter on this truck replaced. So real quick though, guys, I'm gonna have to pause the video right here. I gotta get back into work. My break is over, so I will catch you guys in about a couple hours. Take care. Boys and girls, we are back from work a couple hours later, and we are back talking about why, if you should consider yourself buying a used truck in 2025. Do not go the route of you buying new. So you guys got to keep in mind that I know there's a lot of, when it comes to this, you know, there's like some people who have their own opinion about it. Me personally, I'll be honest, to clarify this, I think that if you like just a regular 9-to-5 person that work a 9-to-5, and you know, consider a middle class and stuff like that, you shouldn't be trying to take on like especially if you don't have a extra $70,000-$60,000 laying around that you can just put on a truck and, you know, buy that truck like that. You guys know, kind of understand what I'm saying, but I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm trying to say on that. But you guys got to understand, if you work in a 9-to-5, that's like the worst thing you could do. You want to consider yourself buying a used truck in 2025. So here's another thing, bro, I want to add to this list. you get a higher used loan rate, pretty much. Used cars, trucks, interest rates can be higher than new, but increasing financing costs over time, pretty much. These are things that you want to consider. I'm not here to scare you or anything. Like, I'm 100% down for buying a used truck any day. If you like a person who like money is not the issue, then if you don't care about spending $70,000-$80,000 on a truck, then maybe this video doesn't consider you. But I'm talking about people who, if you're a hardworking person, you still, in the middle class, this and that. It's not really like the smartest thing you can do today, pretty much, and stuff like that. It's not really like the brightest thing that anybody would want to do, because it is a financial burden, to be honest, you guys. I'm telling you, it's a huge burden, because there is both sides out. To be honest, both sides, to think about it, is like, you're buying, like, even when you buying like used, even if you buying used, yes, there is still stuff that you got to consider. But on the other hand, you're not going to be in a freaking, let's say if you're paying on that vehicle $80,000 vehicle, right? Like pickup truck you bought, you're probably paying it for probably at least, depending on your payment, credit, all that stuff, I'm just say shit, 8 years, 9 years, something like that. Believe it or not, some people out there, they in these very, very huge car payments, truck payments, and stuff like that. I get it. If you have a business, it's the right thing for you to do. If you got a business, don't get me wrong, if you got it, it's for business purposes, then yes, like, I'll say it's the smartest thing for you to do, because you want to get a vehicle that you can be able to use for your business and stuff. Yes, that would be like the brightest thing for you to do. But if you are just like a person like me, working 9 to 5, and you trying to buy a vehicle to, like, use it as your daily vehicle, like my truck right now, like this truck I use every day, I wouldn't say it's a good idea for you to go ahead and finance a vehicle where you're probably gonna put what, 20K down, and then that truck gonna be like 80,000, 70,000. It's sad, yo. It's so crazy to see now how much a used, like, new trucks and stuff now, like, prices are like insane, because you like putting down what you would normally spend on like a home, like pretty much. Years ago, I remember like houses prices, you could buy yourself, even now, once in a while, maybe here and there, like a real fixer upper house, you could probably spend like at least like 80,000 out for that house. And that's like the payment for a vehicle nowadays, like a truck, these brand new trucks that they coming out with. And that's like, sometimes, like, even with just the fact that it's a 2025 model, price $60,000-$70,000, which is insane. Diesel, I can understand diesel trucks, because diesel is not cheap at the end of the day. But you really want to just think twice on doing anything like this. I feel like, especially if you are young, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of times, I remember, give you guys a quick little update, right? I remember when I was buying this truck, before I bought it, right, I was looking at getting a different vehicle, but I was looking at newer trucks too. Don't get me wrong, I was looking at newer trucks, but when I seen how much like the prices they were, and how long a payment, if I go the payment route, how much I'm gonna have to be paying for a very, very long time. And then most of the time, people sometimes, if it's like an expensive truck, the payment like $800, somewhere around there. Sometimes people don't keep up with it. People can't keep up with that amount of money, and they sometimes will probably get their car at the end of the day repo, and that just goes to show that car loans are like real financial like burden. I'm telling you guys, man. Like, I'm not. Once again, to clarify, if you're in a position to, go for it. But just for somebody who's barely making it day by day, go and get like a very expensive car. And then another thing that's on top of that is maintenance and stuff. Something break, you gotta pay. Because sometimes your warranty, if you sometimes, I mean, it depends. If you buy new, you might have a warranty for a long time, but there's a price you still gotta pay for that. But either way, like, it's the logic thing to do, though. That just, to me, I just think that I don't know. Some people might not agree with this. Some people will. But that's just me speaking my mind. Boys and girls, you want to think twice. Get a used truck. Get a used car. Be smart. Save up your money. And then when you get into the position where you can buy yourself a brand new truck, then that's when you want to do it. At least that's what I would do. But I'm not no expert giving anybody advice. I'm just telling you guys for me, my sake. The next one. Have a good weekend. Take care. Stay safe. Peace out.